Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started while everyone's trying to jump on. It is 5 after 5, just because I haven't put in my new card for the Zoom to get more than a half hour. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And what I have for everyone right now, let me pull it up for Instagram training. Pulling it up. Taking a hot minute. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go screen share. Okay, so skipping through, I'm gonna go ahead and skip through, start right here. Okay, so we're learning about Instagram, right? And all that entails and why Instagram is like the best platform currently. So this is a little bit of a informal version of what I did for the Peoria I've Decided, and why Instagram is like the platform to grow your business. So I'm going to be telling you different tips and tricks to get through. I'm not going to read every slide, obviously, because I don't believe in reading PowerPoints. Otherwise, what's the point of a PowerPoint? But these are some facts that are driven and why social media and why Instagram are absolutely critical to your business. And everyone here, I believe, uses Instagram, and what things we can do to better hone in on what's going to make it more prevalent for 2020 for you. So this is basically what you're going to learn just in this little intro. So what Instagram is, as you guys know, it's a photo and video sharing media platform. It's every single platform in one. It's LinkedIn, it's Snapchat, it's Facebook, it's Instagram, it's all of those different platforms. I can't even think of them all right now. I'm like losing my mind. But it's your one-stop shop. So they're going to get everything that they need right here. You can do everything from Instagram, which is what is just absolutely insane. You can even like sell products on Instagram, like shop now. What I love about Instagram is the opt-in option, which I'll talk to you about in a second. It is the, click here, the link in your bio, which if you don't have a link in your bio, I use Campsite, and I'll show that to you when we're done. Some people use other things, Linktree, those things like that. They're free, and you can link stuff to it. So when you're posting stuff, you can say link in my bio. Okay. So when you don't have Instagram, this was basically a very introductory Instagram course that I did go through. Create an account, your username. It should be your whole name. And then you have 30 letters you can do. So you should put like your first name and last name if you can, and then like what you are. So if you're like a health coach or a fitness coach or an entrepreneur or whatever it is that you do, so when people look at your name, now this is the name that's underneath your profile picture, not your handle, okay? Your username should be your name, right? Or if it's like, if you want to put fit in there, I am currently in the process of trying to purchase my name, Brittany Richmond. It is currently in use, and she's not giving it up like super quick. So I'm trying to go away from Miss Fit Brit, since I'm offering all kinds of different things now, because Miss Fit Brit just implies the fitness side of me when I really want the full picture. So I need just Brittany Richmond or a version thereof. So when you're considering that, I would definitely try and change your Instagram handle to your name in some way, because that's your brand. You are your brand. Your profile picture should be a headshot or a logo if you're a brick and mortar business. Nobody here is a brick and mortar business, so it definitely should be a headshot of you or some sort of professional picture or a full body picture, something that's you, because that is it. Not a picture of your cat or your dog or your favorite Disney character or whatever that may be. It should be a picture of you. Yes, and then save personal posts for your stories. That doesn't really apply here because we have to be 100% who we are, authentic. Some people just choose to post like pretty pictures, and then like the caption is critical. So content creation, they do. I do a little bit of both. I do like normal everyday photos. I do professional pictures. I do flat lays, where it's like all the products laid out and you take a pretty picture. So I do a little combination of everything. Your bio, which is what is underneath your Instagram picture, right? This is huge. You need to put the word, if you're like a fitness coach or whatever it is that you're doing right now, you need to put the line, I help, and then who do you help with, what do you help them with? So mine is currently, I help women not suck at self-love. I'm changing mine to be a little more specific. Think specific. So if you help moms, like I help moms with post baby weight loss or whatever. What do you see what I'm saying here? This takes a hot minute to think, because you have to really think about who you want to speak to when you're posting and who your market is. So you help blank with blank. Okay? That's what you need to do. Why do they want to follow you? Okay? Think about why they follow you. Like, nobody cares that you're coffee loving, like blah, blah, blah. What do they expect in terms of content? For example, I like this example, and this is what I gave at the event. I said, I follow 2 different realtors on Instagram. One realtor, like their bios look the same, right? Like realtor with blah, blah, blah. I help connect families with their first home. But one person is just posting, it's like their personal Instagram, like their dog, their cat, their family, great. The other person's actually posting real estate stuff. So they have more followers, because when people read their bio and see they're a realtor, they're going to want to see that. So if we're fitness coaches and they can't see something fitness related in your first couple of pictures, what are you even doing? So make sure that you are posting while they're following you. And while they're following you is what they're reading in your bio. It's the first thing they see. Consider it your dating profile, okay? You have to give people up front what you put on your dating profile. You can't say, I'm a lover of dogs, and not post anything about dogs. You see what I'm saying? So make sure you're posting what they're getting. And then also, do not forget to put your call to action or your link. And I'll show you that at the end, okay? Your opt-in, like I said, I'll show you at the end. It is, you can put anything at all in there. It doesn't even have to be fitness related. It's just a one-stop shop, so they can click one link and get to all of them. I think I even have my Facebook link in there. So that's the whole purpose, is to send them to one place, okay? I use Campsite. I used to use Linktree, but I like Campsite better because I can put photos with it for free. I'll show you. If you click that link in my bio, you'll be able to see what I mean. So a business versus personal account. You can click between these two as much as you want. All it is you go to settings and you click business or personal. I mean, it takes 2 seconds to flip it through. The difference between business account and personal account is, with business account, you're able to put things like personal blog, public figure, entrepreneur, all those things that appear underneath your name. They're like that grayed out word, and you get insights. The insights will let you know, what time of day people are looking at your posts, like what days are more popular. It's really cool. You get like literally statistical insights into your Instagram profile. But it's not really beneficial to be an Instagram business account until you hit about 10,000 followers. This is brand new. I just researched it and just, saw it. So, in the last couple of weeks, I'm just going to keep my business account, but because I like having my insights, and I've got 5,000 followers, so I'm halfway there. But it's really not beneficial till you hit about 10,000. So if you're at a business account right now, you can switch back and forth. It's not a problem. It doesn't affect the algorithm. It doesn't, ping you any more or any less. It's just up to you. And with the business account, you can do the swipe up option at 10,000 followers, and then you can do paid ads too. You can't do paid ads on a personal account. Your feed, eye-catching images. Make sure that if you're following a color scheme, you follow the same color scheme. Those sorts of things really hone in on what your brand is. I use the app Lightroom to edit my photos, kind of going for this dusky, dark, oaky look right now, and then I'll switch over to brighter pictures around summer, just as long as you stay consistent when you switch over. Okay, people like consistency in your feed. Okay, when they look at the first few images, they like to see it consistent. Content is king. Every Sunday, I take some time to develop content. Sometimes it comes to me during the week. I follow a lot of different entrepreneurs, different fitness coaches that are non-Beachbody coaches, and I read a lot of their content, and sometimes it speaks to me. And I get it. So I screenshot it and save it. And then when I feel it's time, I'll create my own content around their flow. So like if they're talking about, if I read it and it was about anxiety and like it just was like resonating with me, it inspires me. So I screenshot it and then I'll use it later to develop my own content. There's no shame in that. Okay. It's not. It's following suit to what, people like you are feeling and hearing. Developing content. Make sure that you're speaking to pain or pleasure points. And what I mean by this is using the language that the people around you are speaking. So if you have women talking to you about losing the baby weight and how much of a struggle it is mentally and emotionally, why are you not posting about that? You need to be talking how your people talk. So like, I'm sure you've seen a difference in the way I've been posting lately and how long my feeds are and topics I've been talking about. It's because that's what other people are talking to me about. I'm going to speak to pain or pleasure points and make sure that's something that you do when you are posting. Not every single time, about 80-20. 80% of the time when you're posting, it needs to be strong content. Okay? 20% can be whatever. And not everything has to be long or drawn out. Okay, just start following and start really paying attention to different people on Instagram that you follow and see what type of stuff they're posting and who they're talking to and the types of pleasure and pain points that they are acknowledging. So you should make a list of pain and pleasure points about your own journey and start posting about that. And that will resonate with somebody else because that's what draws people in, you guys, is your story. Like that's how we sell any sort of product at all on the market ever, is you connect with that product because of somebody else's story, which is exactly what we do. It's exactly what we do. And of course, you know what stories are. They're 24-hour temporary stories. You can have the swipe up option at 10K followers on a business account. So a template for your stories, which is great, is with your stories, people want to see how we do things. They want to see how we make our energize. They want to see how we make our shakes. They want to see, the business side. They want free tips and tricks. They want to see your personal life. They want behind the scenes. They want the human side. So make sure that even if you're posting like your post-workout selfie and you're tagging everybody and that's amazing, why don't you show them how you make your energize or explain it to them or explain the Shakeology or Recover or the collagen and what it's done for you and why you do it. Those are the things that sell the product because it's your story. And you can even talk about, like, even when I posted recently about my supplements, I even said, like, I didn't do it for a couple of years because I thought it was bullshit. I'm not a supplement person. And like, I'm really honest about that. And like, I talked about what changed and why I do it and how I still believe you need to eat your food, but there is a place in your life for supplements. So make sure if you screenshot something, application, which basically means like, if you were a makeup person, how you apply your makeup, or if you follow a lot of, women who sell Monet, they actually show themselves doing their hair care or their skincare. Like you have to show the application process or the making of process, right? With the stuff that we drink and eat and how you make food over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. So highlights, those are like the little things you can put in your Instagram. You can save them. I make my covers, like select your highlight cover photo strategically. I make it on a little app called WordSwag with a free photo, and then I add a word to it, and then I save it in my photos on my phone, and then I can upload it as a cover of a highlight. So that's why you see my covers. And I'll change them when my color scheme changes for my actual feed. This is all the fun stuff. This is like the busy work that's not really like moving your business forward, but it's important to save certain things. So when people just want to go to like my recipes, they're there. So, and they can be anything you want. I got random shit in there. Then it just shows the human side. Okay. So highlights are important. Instagram Live. This is temporary because the live will go away. You can talk directly to your audience if it's something important. You can do your workouts live. It's good for feedback or promoting events or sharing more behind the scenes. So I would do Instagram Live, like if we were at Summit or a Super Crew event or, out grocery shopping, whatever. If you want to do live, just schedule it. When you're doing your creation content creation on Sundays or whatever day that you choose to do content creation, mark a day in your calendar. Like, I'm going to go live today and talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Instagram TV, this is permanent. This is high quality. And you have to download the app, Instagram TV, and you record a video on your phone, just on your phone, you upload it to Instagram TV. It's a permanent thing. I think it should be more, not serious, but they're just more like if people were like obsessed with your hair or like how you braid your hair. Like, even if it's not fitness related, it's still something people love. I just did a poll recently that people were insanely voting about, wanting to learn how I paid off $20,000 in debt and like my tips and tricks. That's an Instagram live or Instagram TV I'll do, so it'll stay up permanently. So asking people to do polls and things, when you find out what people are really interested in, you can do the Instagram TVs because they'll stay up forever. And you can add a link in the description of like things like, if I did an Instagram live about my supplements, I could link them in the description. So this must have value. Okay. All right. Tips and tricks. Like we said, the photo can be taken with a high quality camera, which everyone here has smartphones now, and your camera is high quality. Just make sure the lens is cleaned off. Take the picture. I love following the college nutritionist because her pictures are beautiful. They're all like this. They are, eye-catching, eye-popping. You use great lighting, which if you have a window and the sun's coming through, that's the best lighting possible. And then stick to your brand or color scheme, at least for a while. If you choose to switch it up, great. That's fine. 4, consistent use of backgrounds. Do what feels right, okay? Like, I love Zion Coffee, like following them because their feed is so beautiful. It showcases a lot of their people who visit there because they're very much about the people who come to them. And then, of course, the product, which is coffee. Coffee is in every single photo, or their food that they showcase, like their avocado breads. Define your subject matter. Use consistent props. Like if you share recipes a lot, use the same plate. Does that make sense? Like, just use a lot of the same angles, like when you're showing food. It just makes it a little more visually appealing. And content is king. These are the 5 things you need to consider when you're developing content. Are you educating people? Are you entertaining them? Are you inspiring them? Are you informing them? Are you interacting with them? If you notice, none of it is directed towards you. So I recently saw this Instagram training online that was like, look at me versus learn from me. Now, it's okay to post, remember 80-20. So it's okay to post random things like, oh my God, look at me. But like, make sure your content is geared towards one of these things. Learn from me. Okay. Not every time, 80-20, right? So just something to think about. Use relevant hashtags for the picture. Example, if you're posting a workout video, don't hashtag cats of Instagram. People who click that are going to want to see cats of Instagram. If you don't have a cat in there, why are you tagging cats of Instagram? Understand relevant hashtags. If you haven't done the hashtags, help with hashtags training, it's helpwithhashtags.com by Brock Johnson. It's like $28. I also linked it in our files section because I already paid for it. If you want to log in and take the Instagram training, or take the hashtag training, take advantage of it. Network and interact, as in, if this is a social media platform, everybody. If people are commenting or posting, you really need to be commenting or posting back. How can you expect people to interact with you if you're not interacting with them? Selfish. Stop. Have a plan. Like I said, develop content creation. If you know for the first 3 weeks, you're going to be posting, more tips and tricks. And then the final week, you're doing a call to action. That's fine too. Just make sure you have a plan. And like I said, follow the 80-20 rule. 80% give. You're serving people. You are trying to get them to focus on you, and eventually you want them to purchase from you because they trust you and they've built a relationship with you. So you don't make more money because of a big following. It's about connections and community. I know people super high up in other companies, like super high, like, $1 million earners who have like 800 followers on Instagram. I'm not joking. Like, it's about quality and connection and really just using it to socialize, because this is a social platform, okay? Actively engage. Do a ton of polls. Do a lot of things. Do giveaways. and have people, you know, follow you, contact companies that you like and say, hey, can we do a giveaway together? What do I got to do to be featured on your page as a giveaway? Like, I'm trying to gain followers, and your followers are my followers, you know, that sort of thing. Instagram is disposable content, which means once, it used to be the algorithm where like the more likes something had, it got bumped to the top, like of your feed. Like when you first get onto Instagram, you know, you're scrolling, like it used to get bumped, not anymore. Once it's scrolled past, it's gone. Not gone as in like disappears, but like it will never get bumped back up to the top again. So the algorithm will favor more frequent posting. Now, I go back and forth with this because I'll see a spike in followers the more I'm posting, like 2 or 3 times a day. And if I only post once a day, I see kind of a stagnant. So make sure if you're posting multiple times a day, it's valuable content, okay? As in like people are going to want to see it and not unfollowing you because you're flooding their feed. Does that make sense? So make sure it's valuable. But you should be posting at least once a day with good hashtags. But if you're developing content, multiple times a day can be a lot, okay? Post as often as you can, at least once a day, but if it's once a week or once a day, whatever, just make sure you remain consistent. So Instagram is your storefront. That's pretty much what, you know, my presentation was. Screen sharing has stopped. This is shared window is closed, obviously. I really quick wanted to show you. So I wanted to show you Campsite, right? So campsite.bio. Where's my login? Login. It's free, by the way. Login. Okay, and this is really cool because you can add pictures and you can move stuff around. It'll show you what it will look like when people click your link, and you can actually click them over here to see what they do. But I just link my Google Docs here. I name it, and then I put a picture with it. And then what's really cool about this is they'll let you know how many people have clicked on this and what's relevant. See? Pretty cool, right? So 30 clicks, and that's cool. But like, you have to upgrade to see like who clicked it. The upgrade will give you like who clicked it. I'm not overly concerned because then I can click over here and it'll take me straight to my Google Doc, which your Google Doc will let you know responses, which I clean it out every single day. So clearly there's nothing right there right now. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And you can link as many things as you want, and you can move things, you know, up and down. Since right now I talk a lot about my virtual fitness group, it's up here. Those sorts of things. So if you have any more questions about Instagram, make sure you ask. And you can also Google things, you guys. This information is free. There's a ton of paid classes you can take, and I highly recommend you get into our Google Docs on our Super Crew page and you look at that help with hashtags. It's already paid for. I'm letting you access it, and I've already paid for it. So it's really great training. If you need questions about Lightroom, Lightroom is the app I use to edit photos. I have purchased different presets. I know that sounds confusing. You're like, what the hell is that? Like, I purchased off of the Instagram page called 123 presets. So it's a handle and then 123 presets. And you can click it and you can purchase different preset packages. If you have questions about it, you can let me know. But don't be afraid. Instagram is fun. Don't be afraid to do something. Schedule your first Instagram TV. Schedule your first Instagram Live. You know, create some really valuable content. Get different outfits together. And on a Saturday, ask your daughter or son or husband or boyfriend or wife or whatever to take you out and take a bunch of photos so you can have them ready to go for content. Like, not everything has to be a spontaneous photo. Like, you should have some content ready to go or recyclable content. Like, you'll see that happen all the time. So I hope this is helpful. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.